Onwards we roll through Ontario, looking for more interesting and fun things to check out. A guide back at Fort George told us that we should be checking out Kingston, so we are. The Kingston Pen is Canada's oldest and most notorious maximum security prison.
Today we made it to Kingston, Ontario, and we're going to do a tour of a maximum security penitentiary.
Now don't panic. There's not inmates in here right now. This one actually closed in 2013.
Yeah.
But it was built in 1835 and it really did run until 2013.
Yeah, it was like 170 years or so. Yeah.
A long time of maximum security prisoners in this building behind us. So there's history there.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to go check it out. I don't know if we can film
right
there, but I think we are allowed to take some pictures.
We'll get you the best information we can on this tour. Let's go.
Okay.
It was built between 1833 and 35 and was continuously operational for men, women, and even children in the early years. And then it finally closed its doors in 2013. It housed some of the worst criminals over the years and survived 2 riots. The building itself is an amazing stone and brick structure that was partially built by prisoners. But although the architecture was great, the reality of the cells and the guard posts and the dangers that everyone faced on a daily basis really made us cringe. The museum across the street even had a collection of the confiscated handmade weapons that the prisoners had and of some of the methods used for punishment of prisoners, so it was kind of scary. Although historically the Kingston Pen is a very significant place, it was also a really harsh place. So after that, we treated ourselves to a self-guided tour of the other side of extreme living.
So we're in Gananoque, Ontario. We're on the St. Lawrence River. We're going on a boat tour. We're going to go to Boldt Castle. And I think this is a Thousand Islands area, so there's islands everywhere. And it's a 5-hour tour. We do go to the States. I think Boldt Castle is on United States soil. So we had to have our passports with us. It'll be sunset on the way back, so hopefully we get some good footage.
So why didn't you think it was a good idea to get our own boat?
Well, it was more costly than this, and this is a commercial shipping lane, and there's 1,000 islands, and there's probably 1,000 rocks just below, so you're supposed to have charts and stuff with you, and it was a little bit much. So we figured we'd forego that for now, even though it probably would have been a better adventure.
Made it onto the island. The whole customs thing was super easy. We just showed them our passport.
They didn't even fingerprint us.
No, we're good. It was really beautiful getting here. And I mean, we did have a great day to do it on.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're gonna go through the entrance here, show them our tickets, and check out this castle. It is beautiful.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
Very cool. Come on.
I just got to get a heart-shaped piece of land, and then I can build you a castle.
The castle was built by the extremely wealthy George C. Boldt of the Waldorf Astoria Hotel in New York City. He built this for his wife as their summer home castle in 1900. Everything was heart-themed, right down to the shape of the island itself. This is an incredible tour of the Boldt Castle on Hart Island in the Thousand Islands region. It's actually in New York, but it's just across the border in the St. Lawrence River. It is beautiful, and this fellow had been involved in the Waldorf Astoria and all those kinds of things, and was just super wealthy. He came here, he built this castle for his wife, who ended up dying before it was actually finished, and then it got left in a state of disrepair. But there was a society that came together and took it over and has been restoring it and turning it into what it would have been in those days, in a time when there was a level of wealth that we would have never, ever experienced. It's truly a castle. Very wonderful place. Unfortunately, Mrs. Boldt died suddenly before the castle was completed, and George was so brokenhearted that he never returned, and he left the castle to fall into a state of disrepair for 73 years.
So this would be your suite.
You're building me this one?
And my suite is next door.
That sounds good. Where's all the modern amenities? I might want like a sauna or that kind of thing.
That can be arranged.
So in this castle you're building us, this would be Courtney's room?
Yes, correct.
But it's so tidy.
Well, this would be Courtney's room right before she came home for the weekend.
Oh, okay.
So this is the 4th floor?
Yeah.
It's not quite as grand, is it?
Well, I think that they're always in the process of, well, there's maintenance, and then of course there's
Restoration.
updating and restoration, yeah. And I don't imagine this is a tiny project to take.
Right.
Like, this is a crazy property. And the house, the castle, it's amazing. And of course, it was in a time when there was no limits.
Right. See, now we have limits. Otherwise, I'd build this for you.
Oh, okay. Finally, a group called the Thousand Island Bridge Authority bought it and has restored it to the state that we get to see it in today. This is a true castle that we can wander through freely, admiring and imagining what life was like on this end of the spectrum. Definitely the end we would rather be on.
Pretty impressive.
Certainly is.
Yeah, it's very cool.
It's where they kept the doves, duh.
Oh, the dove house. Hey, my camera work is very steady.
Maybe the boat's a little bit unsteady.
And so is the Caesar. Very steady.
Learning about history and the paths other people's lives have taken can be chilling or exciting, but it's always eye-opening. So we'll continue to look for more wonderful things to share with you. If you've liked this video, please hit subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and share what your favorite places are so that maybe we could check those out too.